Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to build AI workflows with zero coding. We will build the complete workflow with just a single prompt. After watching this video, you can go back, build your own AI workflows and sell them as your freelancing gigs. In fact, I have done one recently. I built a DevSecOps AI workflow, which I'm going to show in today's video. I promise you, this is going to be a very insightful video. So just make sure you watch it till the end. Let's get started. So this is a workflow that we are going to build. This is a DevSecOps AI workflow. Very simple. Whenever user creates a pull request on GitHub, through the GitHub webhook, the AI workflow is triggered, which we are going to build. Now, once the AI workflow is triggered, the trigger block sends the request to the next block, which extracts the information from the pull request, the files that are added, deleted, or modified. And using these files, request is sent to the next block of the workflow, which is a security agent. Now, this AI agent performs the security analysis using AI models. It is up to you. You can use any model in the workflow. In fact, you can bring your own key as well. And once this is done, with the complete security analysis, the AI workflow commits back on the pull request. So this is the end-to-end workflow that we are going to build. Now, why is this important? Let me tell you. These days, developers are using AI to write the code. While AI can functionally write code, the code that absolutely works fine logically, but it is quite possible the code that is written by AI is prone to security issues. So every organization today needs a workflow like this. If they don't have the workflow, they have to rely on some security tools, which leads to tool lock-in, vendor lock-in, and these tools are very limited with their security research. So having an AI workflow like this can significantly help the organizations. Okay, but how are we going to build this workflow? So we will be using a platform called Sim.ai. In fact, I recently discovered this platform. I started using it because it is very good when it comes to building AI agents or AI workflows that can orchestrate multiple AI agents. Let me quickly walk you through the platform and start building this AI workflow on the platform. So this is the platform. You can use the link in the description or in the pinned comment to create a free account with the platform and get started. Now, once you are here, so they have two options. One, you can use their recently launched feature called Mothership. To Mothership, you just have to provide a prompt and it will build the entire workflow for you. Or other option, which is a traditional option, you can just go to the workflows, click on a new workflow, and use the tools that they have, drag and drop them to build your own workflow. In fact, the AI workflow that we are talking about, we can also do it in the traditional way by identifying the required tools from the toolbar and dropping them to build the AI workflow for us. We will go with the first option, that is the mothership option. How do we do that? So we need a prompt for it. I have the prompt ready. I'll share the prompt in the description as well so that you can also use a similar prompt for building the workflow. So this is a prompt. This is a very lengthy prompt because we are building a production ready AI workflow. So what we can do instead, now instead of pasting it here directly, so you can also go to their workspace, use the files option and create a new file. So we will paste the prompt here. I'll quickly go through it for you. So what are we trying to build? We are building an automated AI workflow that performs security analysis on every GitHub pull request and posts a summarized report back as a pull request comment. Then I provided the workflow steps that we need. Step one, to trigger. So our AI workflow should have a trigger. And whenever someone creates a pull request, the trigger should forward the request to the next block, which will extract the pull request data. That is the owner of the repository, the pull request number, and the files. And then the request goes to the security agent, which performs the security analysis. It looks for hard coded secrets, any injection vulnerabilities, unsafe deserialization. This is up to you. You can provide as many requirements as you need. This is the best part. If you rely on a tool, then you are very limited to the security research the tool can perform. But if you're going with this AI workflow, let's say you need to add something, you just had to add a step here. Or maybe you want to remove something, you just have to, let's say you want to ignore unsafe deserialization. All that you have to do is to remove the point from here. And finally, aggregate the results and put that on the pull request back. And I've provided an example how the summary should look like. If you want, you can change how the summary should look like for you. And also it should give an overall recommendation to approve the pull request or to block the merge, whatever is required. You can absolutely enhance this workflow according to your requirement. Let's say you also want the AI workflow to label your pull request or maybe to close the pull request if there is a security issue. You can also do it. You just have to add few more lines to the prompt. Perfect. Now let me name this prompt. So I'll just rename it. I'll call this as secure or let's say DevSecOps prompt. Now this is saved in the files that is in our workspace. So we'll go back to the Copilot here and we will say build an AI workflow according to the requirement that is in the file, the name of the file devsecops.md from the workspace, right? So it will fetch and it will start building the workflow for us. We can also track the workflow. So I'll just give the input. Now it is up to the mothership. So you can see mothership is reading the file here. It got the file. So this is a DevSecOps workflow that triggers on GitHub pull request. So it understood the requirement. It started building the workflow. It started building the required AI agent. Let's see in next 30 to 60 seconds, we should have it ready. Of course, this entire workflow needs your GitHub token because the AI workflow has to comment back on the pull request. So there is also a way in Sim.ai to provide your tokens or API keys securely. You can just go to the settings. So you have the option for settings here. Just go to the secrets and save any secret that you need. So you can save your GitHub token, you can save your API keys, your database related keys, right? Any sensitive information. I already have it here. Let's go back to the task. There you go. So it built the workflow for us. These are the 5 blocks within the workflow. The GitHub PR block, which is the trigger, extract data, fetch change files, security analysis, post PR commit. This is a workflow. Let's open the workflow in a different tab so that it is much easy to visualize. If you want, you can also modify the workflow. Let's say you want to add something, just head to the toolbar. Maybe you want to send a notification to your Slack, or maybe you want to forward this to everyone within your organization, the results. So you can just bring in MailChimp and add the MailChimp to the post PR block, or maybe security analysis block directly. Of course, we don't need this at this point, so I'll just remove it. Now, what are we left with? So we are only left with deploying the API. We have the token set, we have everything ready. So I'll go back to the workflow and deploy the workflow. Just use the deploy button here and you can see the workflow deployment is complete. Now the workflow is live. You can head to the GitHub PR, just click on this block. So you have the webhook URL, copy the webhook URL and use it in one, two, any number of GitHub repositories. It doesn't matter. If you add this webhook to 10 different repositories, the workflow will be triggered on any pull request that is created on all those repositories. Just for our reference, I'll use one repository, which I already have. I'll head to my GitHub repositories. This is the repo, and it's very simple to configure a webhook. Go to the settings, head to the webhooks, and add a new webhook. Now paste the payload URL here, change the content type to application JSON. We haven't configured any secret, so we will leave it blank. And let me select the individual events. So I'll scroll down and select the pull request as the option. Keep the active checkbox ticked and click on add webhook. That's all. Now our AI workflow is ready to use. Let's quickly test it out. We'll go to the pull request and let me create a new pull request. So I'll use the test branch where I already made a very simple change. So within the DB file, the JavaScript file that is talking to the database, I added an insecure field. So to the query, I'm passing the password here. Let's see how our AI workflow would react to it. I'll scroll up and create the pull request. Now let's wait for a couple of minutes because the AI workflow has to perform the action. In fact, during this time, we can go back to the platform. There is an option for logs, and here we can track the status of the execution. Not only the current one, but the previous executions as well. Looks like it is complete. So we can see the execution here is successful. So let's go back to the PR and we should see a detailed AI security analysis as a comment. There you go. Just 1 minute ago, AI security scan report. Let's see what does it say. In the file backend srcdb.js, there is a hard-coded password. It also provided the password, the security severity. It says the security severity as critical, and it also provides a recommendation. Remove the password and use environment variables. Overall recommendation is to block the merge. If you want, you can further enhance this workflow by adding labels to the pull request or automatically closing the pull request as well. But what I wanted to show you is you can build an end-to-end AI workflow just using a single prompt. So I hope you found today's video informative. When you create an account with Sim.ai, you get 1000 free credits. I have upgraded to the pro version, so I have more credits, but you can get started with those 1000 credits. And if you found the platform interesting for your freelancing gigs or within your organization, you can upgrade to the pro or the max version. In fact, I have an exclusive discount from Sim for our subscribers. So if you use the link in the description and use the coupon code ABI20, which is also in the description, you get 20% discount on your subscription. Finally, I'll share the same prompt that I've used in the demo. So definitely get started and start building your AI workflows. The good thing is that at any point of time, if you are stuck, you can go back to Mothership and you can ask it to fix wherever you are stuck. Let's say your workflow is breaking for a certain thing. Maybe you did not configure your personal access token perfectly. It can also help you in fixing your workflow. Just paste the error here and it will rework on the workflow. So thank you so much for watching today's video. See you all in the next one. Let me know in the comment section, how did you find this one? Take care.